No brushes, no complicated blending skills, just your fingers. Let me show you how to create this soft, polished eyeshadow look using a little tape and one neutral eyeshadow palette. By keeping the tones soft and neutral, this is the kind of eye makeup you can wear to a daytime event, a special occasion, or simply deepen it for an evening out. It's effortless, flattering, and definitely beginner friendly. As with all of my tape techniques, make sure you press the tape onto the back of your hand first to remove most of the stickiness. That way it's much gentler on the delicate skin around your eye when you peel it away. To get the most flattering shape, simply line the tape up with the natural trajectory of your lower lash line. The palette I'm using today is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. I've chosen this one because it's full of beautiful neutral shades, which means they'll complement almost any outfit, making it a great palette to reach for, whatever the occasion. The first shade I'm going to use is called Stone. It's a creamy matte finish and it's described as a light medium warm taupe shade. Using my ring finger, I start by applying the colour onto the tape first before gently pulling it inwards and at a slight angle down towards the lash line. Starting higher on the tape and coming down is what's going to create that soft lifted effect on the outer corner. A quick side note that if you missed last week's tutorial, I'm going to pop that on screen for you now. If you have hooded eyes, this C-shaped technique makes creating a lifted smoky eye so much easier. Okay, back to today's look. I'm simply layering Stone until I'm happy with the intensity. This is the colour we'll take the highest, and as we work down towards the lash line, we'll gradually add more depth. When you're working with matte eyeshadows, it's really important that your eyelid is completely set first. Matte eyeshadows naturally grip to anything that's still tacky, so setting your base will help everything blend more smoothly. Next, I'm mixing the shades Sheen and Whisper. Sheen is a glossy wet effect warm champagne, while the Whisper is a metallic light nude pink. Using a clean finger, I'm going to gently press these onto the centre of the lid first, before working the colour towards the inner corner to create a beautiful brightening highlight. Whatever is left on my finger, I softly tap over the outer third of the lid to tie everything together. These shimmery shades really come to life when applied with your finger rather than a brush, so feel free to build them up until you're happy with the level of shine. We're now going to build up the intensity on the outer corner. This is really going to create shape and definition through the outer edge of the eye. For this, I'm using the shade Tender, which is a deep, warm chocolate brown in a matte finish. Like before, I'm using my ring finger. I'm tracing over the area we applied Stone, but this time I'm not taking it quite as high. Stone remains our transition shade, sitting closest to the skin tone, while Tender adds depth just below it. By layering the shades in this way, you're creating a soft gradient that's not only more flattering, but also helps your eyeshadow last longer. Don't be afraid to build the colour gradually until you're happy with the intensity. And I like to use a combination of gentle tapping and soft swiping motions to work that colour onto the eyelid. I'm slightly out of frame here, so I do apologise. I was leaning to try and see to the mirror, but I wanted to keep this clip in because I want you to see how much I'm building this shade up over several light layers rather than trying to achieve the depth all at once. Layering your eyeshadow not only helps to create a more seamless finish, but it also helps it stay looking fresh throughout the day, especially when you're working with softer, more neutral tones. Sandwiching and layering is your best friend. I'm now taking a very small amount of the shade Silhouette, which is a deep espresso matte brown. We only need a very tiny amount because this is the deepest shade we're going to be using. I'm keeping this on the lower half of the area that we've been building, keeping it lower than Tender and well below the shade Stone. Now we're ready to peel away the tape and reveal a beautifully clean, lifted look that nobody would believe was created using just your fingers. I'm now taking the shade Tender and running that underneath my lower lashes. Normally I'd use a finger for this too, but I do have long nails. Getting close to the lash line is a little tricky, so forgive me while I swap to a cotton bud. If you don't have long nails, you can absolutely use your finger or even the side of your finger. Just be careful not to poke yourself in the eye. We're creating balance underneath the lower lid, matching this to the top lid, so taking Tender is going to create a soft shadow under our lower lashes, but again, as this is a day look, keep it nice and light. Before applying mascara, I like to give my lashes a curl first because it exposes the upper waterline. You don't have to do this, especially if you have dry or sensitive eyes, but I like to run a brown liner along the root of my lashes. One of my favourites for this is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. On me, it stays put really well, but it isn't waterproof, so if you have watery eyes, I'd probably skip this step. It's a lovely way to create the look of a soft eyeliner without taking up any space on your top lid. Because the colour sits between the root of the eyelashes and not above them, you don't lose any lid space. Now, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I'm just going to refine one last detail. Normally a brush would work the colour right between the root of the eyelashes, but because we're using our fingers today, I'm softly filling that tiny gap in from above using the eyeliner. That way, once we apply our mascara like we're doing now, you won't notice that tiny sliver of skin still peeking through at the root of the eyelashes. For mascara, I'm using my usual favourite, the Lancome Lashes mascara. I'm skipping lash primer today because I know I'm going to be using false lashes, so I only want a light coat of mascara on my natural lashes. One coat of this mascara still gives lovely definition and volume, but I want the false lashes to provide that soft, fluffy finish rather than relying on lots of coats of mascara. Now that my mascara is on, I can see that I want a little more definition underneath my lower lashes. So I'm taking my cotton bud back into the shade Tender and softly running that along the root of the lashes. Again, if you don't have long nails, feel free to use your finger instead. And then you can go in with a light coat of your mascara on your lower lashes. I'm usually tempted to add an eyeliner because I love a soft sultry finish, but today I wanted to keep this look much lighter, so just like last week's tutorial, I've left the waterline bare. It's a lovely way to open up the eyes and make them appear bigger while keeping the overall look fresh and soft. Much like last week's tutorial, if you caught it, I've chosen brown cluster lashes for this look. Even though we've used a black mascara for definition, I don't want the lashes to overpower the eyes. Brown clusters create a more softer, fluffier finish that complements the eyeshadow beautifully. I'm using around 5 sections and I'll link these in the description box for you. And just because they're called cluster lashes or under lashes, it doesn't mean they have to be applied underneath your natural lashes. I simply apply mine from above, much like you would a strip lash, but these are easier to apply. As always, there are no rules when it comes to makeup, only guidelines, so if you prefer black lashes with brown mascara, absolutely go for it. Likewise, if you'd rather use a brown mascara with these brown lashes for an even softer, more cohesive look, that's a beautiful option too. And there we have it, a beautiful everyday eyeshadow look that is suitable for almost any occasion, any time of day, and with just about any outfit. If you're looking for one eyeshadow look to have in your makeup routine, this would definitely be my go-to. And the best part, we created the whole thing with nothing more than our fingers. If you'd like to recreate this look, you'll find everything I've used listed and linked in the description box below. I'd love to know what you thought of this tutorial and whether this is something you'd look to try for yourself, so let me know in the comments below. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Shonagh Scott and I've been a professional makeup artist for over 20 years. Here on my channel, I create everything from beginner-friendly eye makeup tutorials to full face makeup looks, all designed to help you understand not just where to apply your makeup, but why you're applying it there, so you can build confidence and adapt techniques to suit your own features. If you found this tutorial helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up and shared it with someone that you think would enjoy it too. It really does help support my channel and lets YouTube know you'd like to see more content like this. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I upload a brand new in-depth makeup tutorial every Sunday along with a YouTube short during the week. Thank you so much for spending a little of your day with me. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye!